Okay, this is going to be lesson 1 in boxing. Lesson 1, we're going to talk about different styles. We're going to start out talking about styles, how to choose a style, or more accurately, how the style chooses you. From there, we're going to go into the most important part of boxing, and that is footwork. After footwork, proper way to throw punches. So it's very underrated. You're the strongest guy out there throwing a punch, and it's just not going to hurt anybody because he has nothing behind it, because of his footwork, because of everything else combined. You'll see what we're talking about when we get there. First of all, let's just go into the boxing philosophy, styles, how to choose a style, or more accurately, how a style chooses you. First of all, you got the puncher. George Foreman, great example of a puncher. Big guy, come out hard, and it's just overpowering. Cumulative punches, just power on every one of them. One of them catches, it's usually game over. Then you also got the runner, the dancer, the slip type. You're looking at Muhammad Ali. You know, up on your toes, moving around, pivoting, firing that jab, keeping the opponent off of them. That's going to be the runner. You got a defensive shell. And I think this is such an underrated technique if you're doing it right, because there's so many different things. There's a type that they'll curl it up, they'll take it on the elbows. It's real tight. You make a mistake, they're going to counterpunch you. But another type of defensive fighter is a Sugar Shane Mosley, and even better is Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, you can't hit the guy. He'll counterpunch you all day. And he frustrates people, and it causes you to make a lot of mistakes. Maybe I'm just partial because I think that's kind of what I've been, kind of formed myself after, I guess, or what I went into, I guess. I don't know. It's just a real frustrating person to fight. Then you're looking at the peekaboo fighters. A peekaboo fighter, usually a shorter fighter. Mike Tyson, great example. His trainer, Cus D'Amato, taught it, kind of came up with a style. It's real tight. You're working in off your jab. You're slipping, ducking under it, slipping. You're coming in, and it's a good way to break down the defense of a taller fighter. Mike Tyson was probably the cleanest fighter I've ever seen, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that. But so yeah, we're going to go through the different styles, how the styles choose you. Another style, you got the tall guys, the Klitschko's. Work the jab, keep you away, work the jab, boom, catch you with the right hand, disguise in the right, off the jab. So those are our types of fighters, there's more. But I'm just kind of giving examples right now. But it all starts with footwork. So let's go into that. Proper footwork. I'm just going to go with the standard, that's what I am. So you can have your left leg forward, right leg back. A right-handed fighter is going to want this because you want to keep the power hand back. You're going to disguise it. So, shoulder width apart. You're on your toes because you've got to be able to pivot on both of them. You've got to be able to move, pivot, like that. Now, the movement in boxing it's a slide step. By that, or step slide, excuse me. So I want to move this way. I'm going to step out and then slide back foot. Here, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide, step, slide. You're always on the feet. Step, slide, pivot, step out, slide. Always having a good base on you. Do not cross your feet. Cross your feet, you're going to get caught. If you stand too tall, you're going to get caught. And your punches are never going to hurt anybody. So, great drill for this. You get two ropes. Do one here, do another one horizontally, so you got an X. Then you just move around circles. Boom, boom, throw a couple punches, duck under, boom, boom, duck under, boom, boom. Pivot, moving around the square, using the ropes to duck under, pivoting, and just doing it off that, just doing off shadow boxing type things. But going into shadow boxing now, the most underrated exercise in boxing. You practice everything. You practice footwork, coordination, and punches, combinations, how to throw everything. The heavy bag is so overrated. Heavy bag is conditioned. It really is. You can work some technique and everything, but a heavy bag really is conditioned. You're going to get better. Shadow boxing, sparring, and I'm mixed. So if you're going to spend a lot of time, do it a shadow boxing over the heavy bag. Speed bag's pretty, but really it's all in the shadow box and sparring and mitts, of course. So the drill, get your thing, get your lines. You want them up about chin high, so you're ducking under, boom, boom, ducking under, pivoting, boom. You're doing your shadow box. Now, when you are shadow boxing, make sure you're moving right. Make sure everything's good. You're pivoting, boom. Your eyes are up, your chin's tucked, elbows are in. I'm a little more liberal with my left hand, so like my right hand up here, it never leaves the face because this is my defense, this is my counter hand against the style that kind of chose me. So here, this is always here. So boom, you know, if somebody comes into the body, I can drop that. I can still cover here. Okay? Elbows always in. Out here. Boom, you're shadow boxing. Boom, boom, boom. Put the punches down. Boom, boom. Slide, boom, boom. Step slide. Step slide. Pivot. Boom, boom. Step slide. So you put it all together that way. Throw your combinations, but throw them right. And it's all footwork and punches too. That's where your power comes from. Now, we're going to go into the punching. Start with a jab. A jab, it really is a spring. You're springing. You're springing on the opponent, and you're creating distance. I mean, look how far I am away from this bag. I can hit it from here with the spring. Small step, boom, fire. You close distance with the jab. You keep people away with the jab. You set things up with the jab. Very important punch, if not the most important. You throw a jab. Small step, boom, fire it out. Here, boom, 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 boom. Now, one thing I like to teach, when you throw your jab, tap yourself right on the forehead with your right hand. So that way, when you're throwing the jab, that becomes habit, tapping yourself. That way, you're not going to get countered. So, boom, tap on the forehead. Tap, tap. And you're going to be breathing when you throw. So, it's going to turn into looking like this. Again, shouldn't be able to hit it from here. And you can't. You're springing. Here. Tap on the forehead. Breathing, exhale. You can double up your jab. And everything follows off the jab. Spring, short step. Don't telegraph it. Don't cock it. Here's out here. I like to keep this hand moving. Keep it moving. Boom. You're real quick with it. You're going to set everything up. From there, you got the right cross. The right hand is the right cross. A right hook. From standard boxing, do not throw a right hook. There's no such thing unless you're a left-handed fighter. Unless you're southpaw, there's no right hook ever. You'll just get knocked out if you throw it. So, right hand's going to be straight as an arrow. You're here. Boom. And pivoting on that back leg. I like to say it's like a baseball hitter. Watch when I see a baseball hitter. Boom. They're turned on that back leg. That's where the power comes from. Boxer, the right hand's the same way. You're here. Boom. Driving up that back leg. Boom. Another thing is sitting down on the punch. Dropping the weight. That's where your power comes in. If you're tall, come up tall, low. Come down low. I'm just going to drive right through that. Sit down on your punch. Twist on that back. Keep it straight. Keep the elbow in. Boom. Boom. So right cross, you're going to be like this. Always breathe. Snap it back. Here. Coming off the jab. Get your jab out here. Spring it. Disguise it. Disguise it. Drive off that back foot. Drop the weight. Here. Drive it. Really drive off that leg. So from there, you got the overhand right now. The overhand right's a very important punch for a shorter fighter. I'm 6'1" on my tiptoes, probably more accurately 6 foot. When I was fighting pro, I never fought anybody shorter. Just how it was. So the overhand right became a good tool. Taller fighters up here. Usually they're trying to keep away from shorter fighter. Shorter fighter comes in, the hands will drop because that's where they're attacking from. The overhand right is going to clear the hands. Really is a successful punch. Mike Tyson threw this a lot. I like Mike Tyson. He can be an idiot, but I sure like the way he fought in his prime. So anyway, overhand right. When I come in, his hands are going to drop with me. Drop, and it's almost like I come over like I'm throwing a baseball. Drop, boom. Go a little faster. You're still driving off that back leg. Come out for jab. Coming over the hand. Again, this is kind of a little more advanced punch to throw right, but very effective. Here, over the gloves. Okay, from there now you got your uppercut. Always turning on the foot. An uppercut, want to throw right, boom. Flip around, boom. I can go hook to the body, but only if you're inside. Hook to the body, you can hook to the head only if you're on top of them. You never do it from a distance. Boom, uppercut. Driving off that foot. One of Mike Tyson's favorite punches, get inside, body top. Body top. Great punch, great punch. He knocks a ton of people out. Left uppercut, you can throw that one from a distance, but you better know what you're doing. You better be careful when you throw it. You better have that right hand up here. How that's going to work, you're here, boom, you're throwing the jab. Just throw your little weak hook to the body, throw them boom to the body. Well, then you're going to come around right up the middle with it. So here, boom, bam, boom, 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 boom. Fire it off that way. It's a sneaky punch. I was introduced to that on my second professional fight. I was introduced to it the hard way. Absolutely, I put that in my repertoire because it was such an effective punch. So same thing. Feet. Left uppercut, boom. Right, boom. Ducking, boom. Ducking, boom. That's called a roll. A roll, boom. Roll, boom. A slip, side, side. Boom, boom, slip, slip. Those are the differences in slips. Okay, so now we got the left hook. This is the best punch in boxing. There's few people that will deny that this is the most difficult punch to defend. Left hook. One of the most powerful punches you can throw too. Now, left hooks are so difficult to throw. I mean, it was years and years and years before I was throwing this crap. Emilio Ledesma, trainer out of San Antonio, Texas, really coached me up on this. And boy, bless him, because it was my best punch after I trained with him. Proper left hook. You're pivoting here. Everything is tight. I'm going to do this off of a roll. Right hand comes. Roll. You're on top and ready to fire. Watch how tight everything is here in the leg. Roll. Boom. Now the way it was taught to me, you're pivoting, but you're here. This is like Batman's cape. Pulling the cape over. Everything is completely flat. And the reason you do it flat, there's no give. Just do this compared to this. There's no give in that. There's no give in the wrist. If you're out here, the wrist will give. If you're out here, this will give. And you'll usually be too tall when you're throwing it. So, you're going to roll under. Boom! Everything's straight right there. You should be looking right over the top. Your right hand's up on the head. Slip under. Boom! Everything's tight. You're not extending that elbow. Great punch. So, I'm here. Dip under. Boom! Right there. Very, very, very powerful punch if you're throwing it right. I like this better than my right. Better than my straight right. It's a much more powerful punch because there's so much behind it. So you hear it? Dip it under. Dip under. Right there. Keep it across. Now there's a different left hook you can throw, and this one I like to throw usually on a shorter fighter. I want to make them make a mistake. I'm setting up my right hand with this. It's more like a slap. It's not going to hurt anybody. It sure looks pretty. You're outside, you're throwing your jab, jab. It's almost a slap. Boom, boom, boom. This one, usually the hand's here. You're just making contact because you're setting up that right hand. I'll show you what I mean. You're outside. Boom. Boom, there it is. Right hand. So it's more of a setup punch, but there's two ways to throw it. Now the jab, you come inside. On left arm, you can be real liberal with it, but as long as you got the right hand here, then you can. So those are your punches. Those, you're going to get good on those on mitts. You're going to get good shadow boxing. Not on the heavy bag, really, because heavy bag doesn't give. The person will give when you hit them. Heavy bag won't. You're going to hurt your wrist, even with wraps. Try to throw a left hook on a heavy bag correctly. You'll break your wrist even with wraps on. So be real careful there. Do it shadow box. So, do your routine. Step. Boom, 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 roll, boom. Keep your feet under you. Boom, boom. Tapping the forehead. Breathing. Breathing. Dip, dip. So then you're kind of mixing it up. You're learning. Your feet comes with you. Just a big tool. So, another. That's kind of a short lesson on how you want to start out. Coordinated punches, coordinated footwork. Keep the hands up. Tap, tap. If I throw my right hand, I'm coming right here too. Tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap. Switch. Uppercut. I'm still. Uppercut. Always tap the head with the opposite punch you're throwing. It becomes a habit. You'll never drop your hands in a fight if it becomes habit. It's muscle memory. Tap. Tap, tap. It becomes muscle memory. Now, from there, defense. Way more important than offense because defense becomes an offense. I said that Styles kind of picked you. I'm an absolute defensive fighter. Counter punching, I like to close the distance. Close it to where they think that they're in their range. Let's go and hang my chin out. They'll throw a punch. It's not a step back. It's more of a shift. Boom, come back with my own. They throw a jab. Boom. Boom, slapping it down with my right hand. They jab. Boom. Catch. Boom. Catch. Boom. They throw a right hand. The best counter punch there is. Nobody throws them. Georges St. Pierre does. Very impressive when he does. Here, they throw a right hand. Right hand, 70% of the people, that's their punch. Take away the right hand, they got nothing, they're frustrated. And this becomes second nature. When somebody throws the right hand, you counter it. You don't think about it, it just happens. So you hear, they throw a right hand. You sit back, you shift your weight. You catch the right hand here, you come right over the top. Boom, left hook. Everything's in line. It's a hard punch just because everything's flat. Even though you're giving ground, you can knock people out with this one because they're coming into the punch. The next video, I'll have a partner here. I'll be able to show it a little more accurately. You give them ground, boom. Give them ground, boom. They throw it, boom. Boom. One motion. Boom. Somebody throws a left hook on me, I'm catching it. Boom. Come right back with that. Catch it. Fire right back. Roll under. Fire. 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 It's all going to come in. The style is going to pick you. Don't pigeonhole yourself. Learn all the techniques. Don't pigeonhole it because if you do, you may be breaking habits that you should maintain. I wanted to be a peekaboo fighter because I like Tyson. And though I do have it in some of my ways I like to fight, no, I became more of an outside defensive. No way I'm going to compare myself to Floyd Mayweather. But it's that style. If they don't hit you, they don't win. And you can count them all day. Make them think they can reach you. I'm here, they think they can reach me. Step back. Boom. Hammer. So this concludes lesson one. We're going to go really deep into defense. Picking the shots, parrying. Right hand, you can with the left, and that's one of those things, if you develop a little bit with your left, roll with it unless it's a really bad habit. So you're picking, boom, picking, boom. This guy's that right, roll under. You got the left, because it's all going to flow. Tons of shadow boxing. Tons of shadow box, I can't express that enough. So that's going to be the end of one. Like I said, I'll have a partner when I film the second part of this. It's going to be more defense, counter punch, and everything. This is like a ton. This is like 2 years of a box and just compacting this little bit here. But this is so important. You cannot go light on the footwork and the coordination of the punches. So we're going to end it at that, and lots of practice, and we'll go from there.